I think a lot of us buy things, plan things, and make goals for the version of ourselves we wish we were, not the version we actually are. Because my fantasy self wakes up early, meal preps every Sunday, keeps the house spotless, always has healthy snacks ready, reads every night, and somehow has the energy for hobbies after work. My real self is a little different. Welcome back to Smart Life, Less Effort. I use AI like I use a planner to get things out of my head and into action. So I asked AI a very specific question. What are some ways people build their lives around their fantasy self instead of their real self? And the answers were uncomfortably accurate. It said people do this with things like groceries, clothes, hobbies, fitness goals, morning routines, home organization, and even the way they spend money. Which immediately made me think about groceries, because I am absolutely the person who buys spinach thinking I'm going to make smoothies every morning. And then a week later, it's a gross bag in the back of the fridge. Or I buy clothes for the version of myself who goes to brunch, has a social life, and wears cute outfits all weekend. When in reality, I wear leggings, workout clothes, and comfortable shoes most of the time. And then there are hobbies. Fantasy me wants to paint, garden, learn Spanish, keep a journal, and read every night. Real me is tired after work and wants to sit on the couch with my dogs. And honestly, I think a lot of the frustration comes from expecting our real life to match this imaginary version of ourselves. So I asked AI a follow-up question. How do I build a life for the version of myself I actually am? And that answer was surprisingly helpful. It said to make small decisions based on what you actually do consistently. Not what sounds impressive. Not what you wish you liked. Not what you think you should be doing. What you actually do. And that part really stuck with me. Because I think life gets easier when you stop buying groceries for the person you wish you were and start buying groceries for the person you actually are. Same with clothes. Same with routines, hobbies, and goals. If you want to try this, you could ask AI, what parts of my life are based on my fantasy self instead of my real self? And if you want a better answer, give ChatGPT examples from your own life, like things you buy and never use, goals you never stick with, or routines you always quit. What's one thing your fantasy self loves, but your real self does not? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video at Smart Life, Less Effort.